something a job has taught you that you will never ever forget no matter what?
So I used to work for the Oprah Winfrey Show. And one of my first days on set, the day went well past midnight and I was hungry. My production manager says, go upstairs and grab stuff from the cafeteria. So I did. Walked upstairs. Obviously there's nobody in there. It's well past midnight. It's all dark. All the lights are off. Grab whatever I wanted. And you go up and there's a punch bowl that's left out every night for the stage crew folks like me. And it's probably got $200 in cash in it. And you walk up, you put your money in, you take your change out, and you go about your day. That simple gesture of trust, putting that money out so that all that food can remain available to the stage crew folks. And the 150 episodes that I worked, that bowl was there every night. Trust your people. She trusted her people, the producers. The producers trusted the production managers, and the production managers trusted us. That trust is established from leadership, and that simple gesture of a punch bowl taught me everything I need to know about leadership and trust.
Let's start with the fact that most jobs are super unloyal. Super unloyal. No matter how much you come in and you work, no matter how proficient you are at your job, when you are in need of something, whether it's self-care because of a medical condition, whether it's to take care of a family member that might need your help, when you leave their site for longer than a week or a couple of days, most jobs will let you go without even asking, how are you doing? Without a card, without a phone call, just let you go. Because you see, they need another one of you to fill that position. As long as somebody's sitting there smiling and grinning, because if you're grinning, you're winning, like Paul Mooney used to say. They just feel they can get another one of you, but they don't know that only you bring that energy to that job. And when you leave, all of that energy leaves. I learned, follow your passion, follow your dreams. The way I come on TikTok, and I love you guys so much, you mean the world to me. This is my dream. This is my passion. Don't ever put all of your eggs in a basket of a job that you have no control over.
What every job has taught me was to get whatever you can get. If they have a 401k, max it out. If you get 17 days of PTO a year, use all 17. If you have health insurance, go to the doctor. If they have tuition reimbursement, go to school. If they offer an overtime, sign up. I worked at my last job for 8 years. By the time I got let go or laid off, I had bought a house. I had paid off 2 cars. I bought a motorcycle, and I even helped my husband change his career. I'm going to have something to show for working for you. So you can lay me off if you want, but I'm going to get whatever I can get while I'm there.
You will always work with a peer or a boss who you don't like, and probably always going to be a peer or a boss who doesn't like you either. Organizational development research tells us that one of the biggest reasons people fail at the workplace is because they refuse to acknowledge or resolve interpersonal conflict. You do not have to like everyone you work with. You don't have to be friends with everybody that you work with, but you do have to find a way to work together.
I got a couple, so here we go. Number 1, every job is a temp job. You just don't know when the contract ends. Number 2, to your employer, the job responsibilities are the least effort you're going to put in. To you, your job responsibilities should be the most that you put in because that's what your compensation is based on. Number 3, your employer always thinks that you're holding back. And every time you do anything that exceeds their expectations, you prove them right. Number 4, you're always going to be compensated less than the value of your skills and services because the difference is the profit. Thanks for coming to my TED Motivational Talk.
During an on-the-job training for managers, the trainer, who had been doing this sort of thing for 10 years, told us this. He said, wherever you work will always be willing to take what you give. But at the end of your life, you're not going to think, I'm so glad I gave so much to that job. Know your boundaries, know your limits, make sure your life is your priority.
All right, bet. I was 19 years old. This was my second job. I was working at the fucking Winn-Dixie warehouse in Florida. This particular day was close to fucking Thanksgiving, so we got a lot of fucking orders and we had to work a lot. So I worked a 12-hour shift starting from 9 p.m. to like 2 p.m. the next day. Once I finished my shift, all I wanted to do was go home. So on the way home, I fell asleep at a wheel and flipped my car 9 times on I-95 in the middle of fucking morning traffic. I ended up making it out okay, and I went back to work the following maybe 2-3 days, right? I came back and shit. I was good, like I wasn't majorly hurt, but I was severely sore. I came back to work and they threatened to fire me because I wasn't pulling my 100% performance numbers after knowing that I got in a fucking car accident. So after that, I decided I'd never work like a dog for nobody else.
Honey, come up in here so I can give you this sugar honey iced tea. Now, I have learned when it comes to these jobs, honey, always get your time off approvals in writing. If you can't get it in an actual physical letter, get it via text, via email. It doesn't matter. Let me tell you, I'm in the medical field and I had to go on a temporary disability leave. My job literally tried to fire me, replace me, and thought when I came back I wasn't going to notice. Honey, they tried to make up so many lies on me, but I had my receipts. Baby, it was so bad, they didn't even want to even go to court with me, honey. They signed me a check and just asked me how much did I want.
This is gonna be easy. Working for Domino's taught me that if you have potential, you're a threat. About 4 or 5 years ago, I applied for Domino's, got hired on the spot. He asked one question, I answered it, boom, got hired. 3 months after that, I mastered everything in the fucking store. CSR, prepping food, taking orders or answering the phone, delivery. Mind you, I was a biker, and I was faster than all of the drivers. That's only within 3 months. Fast forward 5 months later, I get to a big altercation with one of the coworkers that was getting fired, but I didn't know I was getting promoted to assistant manager. I also had an altercation prior back like a few months before with the district manager. I ain't know who he was, but I said I was coming for his job. That wasn't no cocky shit. That was just me saying I'm not trying to stay in the same position for the rest of my life. That district manager got me fired after I fucked that dude up. All because he was scared of my potential. So I got him fired years later.
When I was 18, 19 years old, I used to work at the bank and I had an amazing boss. She was always on top of her game. She reached every single goal. She was basically the perfect example for us. The woman literally got fired from her boss because he felt threatened by her. He obviously didn't admit it, but it was pretty obvious because he had no valid reason. So what I learned is be good, but not better than your boss.
Don't ever become too reliable. You ever realize that the laziest motherfuckers at a job can call out whenever they want? But you, the hardest person working there, can't even call out one time without getting your job threatened or you getting a write-up. And honestly, that's because you make their jobs easier, while your lazy coworker isn't even a factor. And if you let a manager or supervisor play you, they will play you. For example, you ever ask a supervisor for the day off and they say, yeah, but only if you could find somebody to cover your shift. Like, wait, hold on. Ain't that your job? Why am I finding somebody to cover my shift?
Go to work events. Go to work happy hours. Go to the place where everyone is getting drunk. Don't not drink unless you know you can't or you for whatever personal choice you drink. But never, ever, ever drink more than the people who you report to. The higher up they are, the more they drink. You stay a solid 2 drinks and a glass of water behind them. Enjoy yourself. You'll make best friends. And honestly, that's how you network. Also, be nice to salespeople. They're how you network in your industry. If a salesperson asks you for something, kindly tell them no if it's no. You know what I mean? But like, make friends with salespeople. They're the networking people of your industry. I don't know. Also, dress for the job you want. I don't know. That's true.
That the prize for winning the pie eating contest is more pie, meaning that if you overperform at work, you're just going to be rewarded with more work. And rarely are you actually going to be paid more or recognized for that work. Instead, you're going to be the person that they always call upon when there is extra work to go around. And when you do try to turn it down, it's going to make it really hard for you because they already know what you're capable of. So just do what you're paid to do and go live your life.
To do the bare minimum because they don't pay you for what you get done. It's just how many hours you be there. So the person doing 3 things in an hour versus the person to do 10 things in an hour is getting paid the same thing.
Everybody's dispensable. Everybody. I don't care what your title is, how long you've worked there, what you do. Unless you're the owner of that company, you're dispensable. I worked in a company for over 8 years. There's a gentleman who's worked there for over 35 years. He started the company with the owner. Started and ended his career as an electrician with this company. And they didn't even give him a thank you card when he retired last year. Nothing. If you think for 1 second that they have your best interest at heart, you're wrong. Loyalty only goes so far when it comes to corporate America or lying in someone's pocket. So if you're staying with the company you're at because you're being loyal to them and passing up a better offer, don't do that. You take that better offer and you go.
If you can survive fast food customers, you can survive pretty much anything in life. Like if you started working in fast food at a younger age and started dealing with that stuff early on, I don't want to sound like that guy, but it literally will toughen you up, whether you like it or not.
If you do great work in your position and you prove yourself incredibly invaluable, the only true reward you'll ever get is more work.
Ooh, I've been waiting for this one. One thing that a job has taught me very, very, very well is it really doesn't matter how hard a worker you are. It doesn't matter how many days you was on time. It doesn't matter if you never complained a day in your life. It doesn't matter if you did the best fucking job you could. They will let you go in a heartbeat, in a second, and not feel bad about it at all, like whatsoever. They could just be having a bad couple of months and the numbers just don't match up, and they're like, all right, well, we got to let Megan go, even though she's been with us for 10 years and she's been over backwards for us, and, you know, she moved closer to the location so she can really be here every day, and, you know, she's done an amazing job, and she didn't do anything wrong worth ethically wise, but no, we can't afford it. She got to go, which is why I am staying to myself and I'm being my own boss, and fuck these people.